It occurred here, in the Andes Mountains of Bolivia. Human contact with extraterrestrials. It occurred early, in January of 1987, and stunned a small village in Bolivia. Was it a cocaine-induced hallucination, or was it real? I'm Dennis Flemming, and this is Enigma. Before we examine the events that took place on that fateful day, let's get a little background on Bolivia. Located in South America, it has a population roughly of 7 million. They are mostly farmers and beggars, where they lead a simple, happy life for farmers and beggars. It was on January 14th, 1987 that their lives changed. From out of the sky they came. Gray, stubby aliens, which were at first feared, then befriended by the villagers. Pictures. Speaking larger than words, we have acquired the most convincing piece of evidence, the Hernandez tape. A videotape recording of the aliens. Where the villagers got a camera is a mystery for another show. It was shot by Roman Hernandez, video hobbyist, who besides videotaping enjoys spending Saturday evenings with blowfish. He agreed to appear on the show under the conditions that we do not reveal a mole he has on his left inner thigh. We have brought him to narrate this incredible tape. It is like nothing you have ever seen, or perhaps ever will. A word of caution. This film may be too intense for people who are frightened by small insects.
When I began taping, there was nothing unusual occurring, unless you think my cousin Marco's unusual. We were just fooling around, when suddenly, from out of the sky, we heard a noise. Marco pointed to the trees. He had seen a UFO. I had seen nothing. But he insisted he saw a UFO, and he kept pointing towards the trees. We heard the craft land, so we ran off to where we thought it may have landed. But when we reached the edge of the cliff, we saw nothing. So we decided to walk back home. On our way home, Marco apparently ran into something. Or was it nothing? We couldn't tell. It was the alien ship. It had somehow had a cloaking device, which made itself invisible to human eyes. Marco waved me on so we could go back to the village to tell everyone. On our way home, Marco quickly saw something. He told me to turn around. Back there, he said. And to my amazement, I saw it. An alien creature standing before me with 3 fingers. We had never seen anything with 3 of anything. Well, except my Aunt Rebecca. We were wondering, are these creatures like men from Earth? Yes, they were definitely like men from Earth. We asked them, "Who are you? What do you want?" But they said nothing. So we decided to bring him back to our little town to show the rest of our friends. Luckily, he understood the international language of "follow me." When we got home, not everyone was so excited to see the aliens. Many were confused and scared. But soon, with Marco as a mediator, they were able to build a strong, lasting friendship. At least most of the time. Later, we sat with him for nearly half an hour thinking the noise he made was his way of trying to communicate, but it wasn't. It was just something he ate. When he did speak, we were amazed. He spoke better English than we did. We asked him, "Where are your friends?" He said, "They're back on the ship." He had come out because he lost a coin toss. He said they were tired after their 1,000-year journey across the cosmos, even though they took turns driving. He said to prove his friendship, he would like to cure us of some of our physical ailments. Marco suggested he cured my sister Maria of her blindness, and he did. He also cured my mother of her facial hair problem. Marco showed him the camera that we used to take pictures, hoping we could have some pictures taken to show our friends. The alien refused, saying it was against their planet's policy to have pictures taken. We pleaded with him, we begged with him, but still he refused. But after some cajoling, he finally agreed. He then presented us with a gift. We weren't exactly sure what the hell we would do with it, or what it was, but we accepted it anyway. It was then our turn to present to him a gift from the people from the planet Earth. We were a bit insulted when he said he already had one, so we told him we already had a steel triangle. He then presented us with a plaque, which he said enrolled us into the Universal Brotherhood of Planets, and that our dues were due every other Thursday, even if we missed the meeting. He then said it was time for them to leave. We asked if he could stay just a bit longer, but he said no, he had to go. It was a rented ship, but he will visit again. We asked him to call first. As their ship blasted off into space, we covered our eyes, except for my sister Maria, who ironically went blind again. When I remember the aliens, I will always miss their friendship. Alejandro will always miss their kindness. My mother will always miss her beard. And we will all never, ever forget them.
This is usually the part in the show where I ramble on about possible explanations or raise questions. But for the first time in 13 years I've been on the show, we have finally proven something. I'm Dennis Flemming, and you've been watching Enigma.